what are some of the things that draw me to the singing voice? One of them might not be the usual expected answer, but it's the physicality of singing. Singing is a whole body thing. It's a whole body action. I have always gravitated toward writing the voice, and probably because I'm a singer. I studied voice from the outset at university, and and before I studied voice, I studied trumpet. I was a trumpet player, and I had a trumpet player, a trumpet teacher, who was of the school of trumpet teaching, in which you sing everything you play. All right. So I would go into my lessons, and whatever it was that I was playing, he would make me sing it before I played it. Right. And there's a lot of reasons for it, to get your breath control and the phrasing and all of this kind of stuff. And it all makes sense, and it all, is very pedagogically sound. But over the course of those trumpet lessons, I realized that I could actually sing this stuff better than I could play it on trumpet, okay? When I was a trumpet player and playing trumpet, yes, you were engaged with the instrument, with your body, but it's a little bit different with singing, and where your body is your instrument. It's not like you engage with an instrument with your body. It's your body is your instrument. And so when I write vocally, I also write physically, right? So I'm thinking about how this feels to perform. And I pretty much sing everything that I write. And part of the process of writing vocal music is that question, when you get enough of it down on paper, is what does it feel like to perform that? And I think that's a fascinating thing, when you're writing, and the question you're asking isn't, what do I like the harmony? Does the melody go high enough? Should it go back down? What? But it's, how does this feel to perform? And I think that's a really unique aspect of writing for the voice. What do you keep in mind when you're writing for the voice? There are so many things that you can keep in mind when you're writing for the voice. The voice, like every instrument, has its list of things that it does exceptionally well, and you gravitate toward those, of course. But one thing that I'm reminded of over and over and over and over and over again when writing for the voice is, I think the voice, probably more than any other instrument, requires tailoring. If you know 4 or 5 good pianists, you can write a good piece for piano, and they can all do it. If you know 4 or 5 good baritones, you write for baritone, and then a slight adjustment for this one, and maybe a slight adjustment for that one. And it seems like each voice is more unique. And it requires a little bit more tailoring, a little bit more. I always like to go through a process I call the fitting, just as if you're being fitted for a suit or something, where I've written a piece, and then I go through the whole piece with the person I've written it for. I always prefer to write a piece with someone, rather than just write it and hand it to them. Yeah, that's the thing about writing for the voice that strikes me as most unique, that individuality.